Alright, YouTube, we found Phoenix. How's it going today?
I just woke up, so I apologize for my tired appearance.
So what's new in the world of Phoenix?
Not too much. I was really sick this past week. Had a fever, like everything, was really sick, and so I'm just like getting over that, really. So
what do you think? Do you think you had a cold or something, or you think it's...
No, I went to the hospital. I had a kidney infection.
No kidding.
Yeah, so
wow.
I've been getting them since I was like 6 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. I was in the ICU one time when I was 16 for it. Yeah.
So how's your roommates working out?
My roommates, you said?
Yeah, we caught one. I forgot her name last week. We caught
Jess.
Was her name Jess?
Tall girl, pretty, dark hair.
From New York?
That's Jess.
Okay. I'm horrible with names. Absolutely horrible. So she's still here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's working out okay?
Yeah, she's awesome. Love her.
We did catch up with Edna and Nooch.
I hope they're okay. They're alright?
They're doing, I mean, they're obviously not living in a heated running water bando right now. So they're roughing it.
Yeah.
But they got a couple of resources they're pulling on, so.
Right.
But they're not living it up like they were, so that's unfortunate, but hopefully things turn around. We had some sleeping bags and stuff for them that donors give us, so that worked out a little bit.
You know, it's sad. It's like, I really wish they would have came to us sooner, you know, like, it's like, I don't know if it's karma or, you know, like what happens in the dark always comes to the light, but it's like, we're here to help, you know what I mean? Like, we're supposed to be friends, like, just be honest with us. If there was anyone you could have been honest with, it should have been us,
right.
You know? Like,
well, their story's different than your story, so.
Of course it is.
Yeah. We're not here to be referees.
No, not at all.
Just trying to help everyone out.
I just wish it didn't have to end like that, you know?
Sure.
Like, so, it sucks.
So, you're not going to do the studies thing, right?
No, yeah. That's a little questionable. I'm a little nervous about that.
As you should be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
anyone who's willing to pay you $9,000 for 4 nights, like...
it's sketchy, right? So I prepared a couple questions. I might have asked some of these before, but you know what? I'm just going to run and gun this week here.
Sure.
So, the most responsible thing you've done this week?
Go to the hospital.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They give you meds?
Yeah.
Any concern about those meds interacting with your habit?
No.
Okay.
I'm honest with doctors. Okay. Yeah. I tell them everything, yeah. Maybe a little too much.
Yeah. Okay.
Just kidding.
So what do you think's changed about you the most living on the streets, basically? Like, what do you think what has it taken away from you?
My innocence, my guarded eyes from the darkness of the world, I guess you could say.
Okay. All right. So, last time we talked, you talked about you're wanting to get clean and get on the straight and narrow. Have you made any steps towards that?
Well, I found out some information about the methadone clinic and stuff like that, and it's cool. Yeah, like you said, I go that day, I get dosed. They said they're there every day Monday through Sunday till 6 p.m. and stuff. They said the best time to go is in the morning to, of course, but yeah, I honestly really haven't done anything this week. I was so sick, like, yeah, it sucked. It hurt to breathe. My kidneys hurt to breathe. Yeah, like, if you touched me in that area, I would just throw up. Like, it was bad, yeah. So I just threw up this morning.
You're still working now?
Oh, what, while I was sick like this? No. Thank God I am able to have people that, no, I did not have to.
Okay.
No, yeah. I was lucky enough not to have to. Yeah.
Tapping into the piggy bank a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So next week you're going to get clean? Next week's the first week? You're going to start next week?
I can't put a day on it. I don't think anybody can. You know what I mean? Like, it's, yeah, of course I want to. It's something, of course, I want to do. But like I said, like, being in this environment it's almost impossible. It's like, I can't do that until I have a place set up where I can go. You know, and like, maybe that's just me making excuses for myself, but like, I know myself. Like, I know I'm not gonna stay sober, like, living here. You know, I know I'm not, you know,
Okay,
so.
how many opportunities are there for an addict to find a nice place?
Well, I have a few people who have given me the option to come live with them out of Camden, but.
Maybe it's time to tap them on the shoulder and say, you know what, it's time to go. It's easy for me to say, but
yeah, it's easy for you to say.
Is there a fear of being clean, or you're afraid of being sick? I mean, we hear from a lot of people, I'm not ready, and I can't wrap my head around what they're like. What are they waiting for?
Well, I'm 32. I've been getting high since I was 12. You know, I think it's just the fear of having to be responsible for my own life. You know, I've been putting the responsibility of my life in a substance for the last 20 years. You know what I mean? Like, so
that's the fear, is just responsibility?
Yeah, having to deal with everything that I fucked up, you know, like, just, yeah.
I mean, you basically can start over. You decide you want to be in, you know, Albany, New York, and you want to be, instead of Phoenix, you want to be Sarah. You know, basically, you know, you're a whole new person, right?
Yeah. I think it's a lot easier for you to say that. You know what I mean? It definitely is.
It's definitely easier said than done.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, most things are.
Yeah.
That's all the questions I have for you, because I didn't really have a whole lot of time to write something. So what do you want people to take from our conversations? Like, they watch them online. Some people are addicted to substances, and some of them have just gotten clean, or some of them are thinking about getting clean. What would you want them to get from our conversation? Like, if they could pull a golden nugget out of all the conversations we've had, which is probably 6 or 7 at least at this point. So what would you want them to cherry pick out of it?
You know, it's never, it can always be worse. You know, if you have God on your side, you're good. Like those, remember those shirts back in the day? Jesus is my homeboy. Yeah. But it's, you know, like, fear could be fuck everything and run, face everything and recover, they say, right? So it's just, what are you gonna do? Like, when you're at that moment in time where it's you either go one way or the other, like, think about it. Like, what are you gonna do? You know? Every
moment's that moment, isn't it?
I guess, but, like, you know, it's not like I'm not gonna use a spoon or a stir type moment. Like, you know, like, this is your life, you know. And there's always somebody out there that cares about you. You know, if you're not willing to do it for yourself, it's never gonna get done. Like, you can't put your recovery, oh, I'm gonna get sober for so-and-so because of this, or I want to go here and do that. Like, fuck that. None of that works. It will never work. Because then when that shit's gone, then what? Then you're not going to be sober for it. Like, you always have yourself. That's it.
What works?
If I knew, I wouldn't be here, right?
Well, obviously, plenty of people have figured it out, because plenty of people have gotten themselves out of this situation. You know, they're doing it every day, getting themselves out of this situation, facing the fear of responsibility. But I mean, if you really spent some time and thought about it, I mean, how much responsibility would you possibly have by getting clean? Like,
it's like I'm stepping out into the world as a 12-year-old. You know what I mean? Like,
I know, but what would your responsibility be? Get a job?
Get a job, get to work, have to make it to work on time.
So you waitress or something, you do a nice...
But like I'm saying, like, that's a lot easier for you to say than to somebody who's, you know, everything that I've done in my life has been done for me. I've never paid a bill myself. I'm 32 years old.
Well, you paid a bill 8-10 times a day, right?
Yeah, but to the, you know, the guy on the corner is a lot different than, you know, paying a cell phone bill. I don't even know how to do that shit. You know, like, I always had shit done for me. Like, I lived a life where, you know, I would just be like, help me. Okay, babe, I'm coming. You know, and everything was done for me. Like, it's... yeah.
I think you could handle it. I think you could figure it out.
I think I could. Like, I would kick life's ass, you know, stomp that face in the mud. But, like, it's... to make that decision to finally stop and turn your back on the one thing that's been there for you your whole fucking life, basically, it's hard. It definitely is hard. Like, that's been my coping mechanism. That's been my go-to. That's been, you know, my cup of coffee in the fucking morning. Like, that, you know, it's hard. It's hard.
I can respect that, sure. But, you know, it's eventually got to stop, you know? If you're not, you know, if you don't choose to, life is going to choose for you to
choose
stop.
it for me, yeah.
So,
how many times have you guys had to kick dope in a jail cell with nothing? Like, come on now, you know what I mean? Like, like, you get over that easily. Like, I don't know.
So it's just a responsibility that's holding you back then?
Yeah, the shit that I, you know, turned my back on to continue to get high and live this life. Like, I picked drugs over my family, drugs over my daughter. Like, you know, that shit I have to deal with. That's not easy to fucking think about. Like, and when I start to think about it, I just get high instead, so I don't think about it. Like, you know, that shit, like, has made me want to kill myself at certain points in my life. Like, I never even held my fucking daughter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was handcuffed behind my back, fell on my stomach, and it broke my water. My daughter came 6 weeks early. She was born at 2 pounds 6 ounces. They told me she went straight into NICU. They wouldn't even let me hold her, okay? They told me she was gonna have brain problems, kidney problems, lung problems, like, you know, she might be handicapped in some type of way. My daughter they said she was gonna be there for 8 weeks minimum. She was there for 4 fucking days and went home. There's not a thing wrong with her. Tell me that's not fucking God. You know what I mean? Like, what? And I was lucky enough to have such an amazing family where, you know, at the time I was pregnant, my cousin was looking to adopt a child. So they adopted my daughter. So my daughter's in my family still, because I'm adopted. I was born in Louisiana. I'm the youngest of 4 kids. They kept every other kid. You know, like, that's some shit that I have to deal with. Like, why was I not wanted? You know what I mean? Like, I have a sister out there who's 10 months older than me, who I don't fucking know. You know, like, I have a brother who apparently was given up also, who grew up in New York. I grew up on Long Island. Like, have I ever bumped into him maybe? Like, you know, like, this is shit that goes through your fucking mind, like, every day. Like, you don't just get over this shit. You know, no matter what. I've grown up in the same family since I was born, right? But there's always that thing inside of you that it just ticks. It's like you feel like the black sheep no matter how many times you're told you're not. You know, like, I look different than them, or, you know, do they regret, you know, adopting me, or, you know, like, and I know in the back of my mind that they don't. I know my mom loves me. My dad died from cancer when I was 6. So that's a whole nother fucking thing. I had to watch my dad go from my superhero to die on the living room floor on a mattress from cancer. You know, like, just sucks. It sucks.
So what's the most emotional thing that happened to you this week?
Emotional thing. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Which of the 7 deadly sins are you most guilty of?
Gluttony.
Who couldn't have guessed that? Have you been able to check out the videos on our channel?
Yeah.
So what do you think?
That's cool. It's cool to know people that I don't even know have some interest in, you know, me and my life. Like,
right? There are plenty of people praying for you and telling you, you know, you can do it.
It's a blessing.
There was a couple that were interested in your podcast idea.
Yeah.
And they suggested that you find a podcast that's kind of in the same genre.
Yeah.
And just, you know, contact them and say, hey, listen, you know, how about you interview me and at least get your name out there, and then you can go off on your own, you know.
It's cool to be able to get suggestions and everything, you know, like I'm not in this alone, you know.
Absolutely, sure. Yeah. And we're here to help, and you know, our donors are here to help, and we hope that you just keep reading the comments and get inspired. Yeah. Because we eventually want to see you clean, you know. We want to see you living a better life, not having to struggle so much for your day to day. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people say that it's easier to be an addict than the regular life. And I don't know. Us looking from the other side are like, I wouldn't want to do half the stuff that addicts do to live life, you know.
It's hard work.
I find my job a whole lot easier than your job, you know what I mean? It's just,
I don't know who said that, but
yeah, I just don't want to work that hard, and I don't want to have to interact with that many people, and you know, I don't want to be in the shady deals and have to worry about, you know,
your life on a minute-to-minute basis.
Is it clean? Like, how do you know that each time you buy that you're getting what you're paying for?
You don't.
So every time it's a gamble? And you're okay with that? Well, the habit's okay with that gamble.
Yeah.
So that's the tough part for me. It's like going to the pharmacy for aspirin, and sometimes you end up with, you know, milk of magnesia or something.
Yeah.
You know? This isn't what I wanted, but unfortunately the stakes are a lot higher in your game, is because it could be stronger than you're used to, and you could.
It's your life you're gambling with.
Yeah, you're basically putting your life on the line. But I guess you have some loyalty to certain dealers then? And so you... No?
Not really. You have more loyalty to the substance than anything. These dealers don't give a fuck about you.
So do you typically buy
they want
the
you
person?
because you paid for their kids, you know, RV for Christmas. Like, for real. You know, like, they don't care about you.
So you don't typically buy from the same person?
If it's good, you know. If it's not, I'll go to the guy across the street. Like, you're not gonna, like, I work hard for the money I get. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna waste it on some bullshit because you got a nice smile. Fuck that. Like, no. Like, if you only knew what I had to go through to get this. No.
Well, you had to basically put your life at risk.
Yeah.
So you could put your life at risk.
It's a double-edged sword, right?
It is. You know, you're killing yourself to kill yourself.
Yeah.
That's why we want to see you guys get out of it. I mean, truly, I mean, we really want to see you get out of this lifestyle.
Yeah.
Turn it around and you know, wear a smile most of the time, knowing that there's people that care, and you know, you're doing the right thing. So I think that's all I have.
All right.
Anything else you want to add?
No.
Okay. Well, I know you're freezing. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
And you take care.
All right.
I appreciate your time.
Yes. Thank you.